Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, members of Banter Association of Nigeria, how una dey? Actually, originally, we are here for Arsenal match preview. But Baba, we cannot overlook all of those people wey be say they don collect Opue today. We must banter them small before we enter the match preview proper. So I don't know how you will be a Chelsea fan or you will be an Arsenal fan. We be say you no go tap this like button and subscribe to this channel. Let's go there. See how they look us. Come on, body. See how they look us like Otondo. Oh, see how they look us. Come on, body. See how they look us like Liverpool. See how they look us. Aye, see how they look us like Otondo. See how they look us. Come on, yeah. See how they look us. Man City. See how they look us. Hey, see how they look us like Otondo. See how they look us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to announce to you, say, I still stand on the Premier League table right now. Arsenal, as of this moment, at the top of the table. They are 4 points clear of Manchester City. And guess what, my brother? 4 points tomorrow can become 5, 6, 7 points clear of Manchester City. Hallelujah, somebody. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us get into wetin carry us come today, proper match preview of the game that is coming up tomorrow by 5:30 Nigeria time tomorrow. I see they carry this banter stick. 5:30 Nigeria time tomorrow. Arsenal at home will be playing against Tottenham Hotspur. What is going to be the result? That game is going to be a banger. It is going to be a game that nobody want to miss, bro. If you miss that game, you miss. You miss. Anyway, let us get into it. I cannot remember the last time Tottenham defeat Arsenal, especially at home. I really cannot, get my head around it. I tried to check their head-to-head on live scores. All the one where I just say Arsenal just they put them. The only time I saw Tottenham Hotspur defeating Arsenal, they always are the pre-season friendly. Now that time, they always win 1-0, things like that. But in time past, Arsenal they've been playing Tottenham Hotspur. And if I have to look at it by the teams, we say both teams get, Arsenal are miles ahead of Tottenham Hotspur. But that does not matter. Football now, football. Who go predict and say Liverpool go lose against Nottingham Forest today? Even though I know say Man City go lose against Newcastle today. But I never saw it coming that Newcastle will lose at Anfield after all what their face don't see, after what they don't go through before the international break, and now coming back to the international break, playing against Nottingham Forest that is around 19 on the Premier League table at the Anfield Stadium. I think was even Nottingham Forest themselves coming down to Anfield. They no get time for mind say they go carry that kind of score, go house. But anyway, it is what it is. Let us quickly get into Mikel Arteta's press conference ASAP. Baba make it clear that Gabriel Magalhaes is going to be out for some weeks. He did not ascertain the number of weeks for us, but he said they are still going to assess him come next week. Baba clarified that Calafiori is available. That is injury that, that injury scare that he had for Italy, it did not really affect him. And as things stand, the brother will be available. Moving on other injury updates. For instance, Odegaard, Victor Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, we saw all of them training today. Even though Arteta said it yesterday during his press conference that they are going to assess them today at the training to know if they will be able to, train and, play. And we even saw a picture of Gabriel Jesus where Arteta jumped for him back. So it shows that there is a good team spirit for training ground today. Moving on, about Tottenham Hotspur, Mikel Arteta said it is going to be a tough game, that it is always a game that is always full of emotion. And the good thing is that they are at the Emirates Stadium, they are playing at the Emirates Stadium, and their fans are behind them. Even though say the battle of the noisy neighbors, those ones too, just like Emirates fans did, now those ones too good day, but Arsenal fans now they go plenty pass. Anyway, moving on, and they asked Mikel Arteta about Manchester City coming at the back. Now, it is no longer about Manchester City coming at the back. It is now Chelsea coming at the back. They asked Mikel Arteta about Manchester City, and Mikel Arteta said the only thing he can say is about his own game that is coming. That's the only thing he can control about Arsenal game that is coming up on Sunday. You cannot see anything about Manchester City. Sense. No be Pep Guardiola. Each time you start, well, I talk am for FB this morning. Say when Pep Guardiola came outside to say that the other time now he talk say one day he's hoping that Arsenal will concede a goal. And yesterday he came outside again. Arsenal a very tough team to defeat them. They cannot go point away from them. They cannot do this. They cannot do that. Things like that. You just they talk all those things. And I've been seeing people come outside to say that Pep Guardiola is only playing mind game. How far? You don't lose today against Newcastle. Is this still mind game? I come outside this morning talk say no be any mind game. Guardiola dey fear. Forget her, he dey fear. Panic dey body. And I don't know why the Baba dey fear. You don't win Premier League. People are even calling you the greatest manager of all time. Now by force, may you continue to the winner. You don't go come on, may another person win now. I don't really understand this man. But anyway, Mikel Arteta himself just said the only thing he can control is Arsenal game that is coming up on Sunday. Moving on, they asked Baba about the Bayern Munich game that is coming up next week. Is it on Wednesday? I think on Wednesday. Mikel Arteta said during the international break, they've trained well, they've prepared a sizable number of their boys, and they are now in a good shape. They are in good health condition to be able to be fit to play against Bayern Munich. That is all he can say for now. And on top, Gabriel Jesus, Mikel Arteta said he's training very well and is preparing himself to return back with the boys. Now, what should we expect from Arsenal at home playing against Tottenham? The only thing I can tell you is that Arsenal will win that game. Tottenham are not in. Fine, I know that it's going to be a different ball game. Emotions will be flying. They want to win it. Everybody, because of bragging right, if not for anything, because of bragging right, they will always want to win it. But I'm not seeing Tottenham Hotspur defeat Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. That's just in my own opinion. There's no remedy. If we are to look at the way Tottenham Hotspur have even been playing lately, I know that Gabriel Magalhaes is not around, and I've been seeing some people even asking me that who did I think is the perfect fit to replace Gabriel Magalhaes right now. I know that a lot of people might have it in mind that Christian Mosquera is going to take on the job. But for me, it go shocktalize you to know, say, for me, if I'm to suggest, I'm not going to suggest Christian Mosquera to take on that post. I for suggest, say, Christian Mosquera still the bench. Make Piero Hincapié start that game. Because Piero Hincapié, we've been seeing what this guy have been doing. Go back to some of his games that he played when he was way back at Bayer Leverkusen. The brother they play is their starter there, is their main man. He's their main man. So I believe he should be able to take on the job over there. He's fast, he's very strong. I mean, Piero Hincapié for me should be the perfect replacement for, although he cannot fit in the shoe for Gabriel Magalhaes well, because that bullying, that up front, all those things. Arsenal you definitely miss all of those things, but I feel like at the back, Piero Hincapié should be solid enough. Anyway, may we leave that one. One other thing is that I'm not expecting Arsenal to rotate in any way tomorrow. In fact, I've been even want to talk this thing. Like I said, I don't talk am for FB before that. As things stand right now, it seems Mikel Arteta, if I'm an advisor to Mikel Arteta, I go advise him, say, Baba, prioritize this Premier League than the Champions League. Because the Champions League is a game that is not predictable. You feel no win am, e no really sure for anybody for now. E never really sure for anybody. But the one wey don dey look like say e don dey sure for you come, na be this Premier League. Imagine if Arsenal win that game tomorrow, Arsenal will now go 7 points ahead of Manchester City, 6 points ahead of Chelsea. So that game tomorrow is a do or die, is a must win for Arsenal. Something is at stake for Arsenal way more than Tottenham. And e no go make sense now wey be say God don help Arsenal run am. Liverpool, they don dey where they dey. Manchester City, they themselves don dey where they dey. It is now time for Arsenal to expand the gap now. Now wey be say God don help una run am. It's going to be a taboo even if you draw tomorrow. Draw tomorrow sef no make sense. E no make sense at all. You know that that winning tomorrow is going to give a lot of Arsenal fans confidence that yes, we don't extend am, we don't extend the leading. Bad confidence. All those ones wey be say all through the international break, some Arsenal fans mind dey shake. Winning tomorrow will seal the confidence again, and even in the boys themselves. So that winning tomorrow is very, very important for Arsenal way more than Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur, they only want to fight for their bragging right. What is at stake for Arsenal is more than bragging right. You want to win the game for bragging right, and you also want to win the game for your position on the table. Because now is the time that still the season just dey start. Everybody needs to start counting every damn 3 points. Every damn 3 points. See this game wey Man City lose today. If you be the decider of them not winning the league. Yes, now we've seen things like this before. Anyway, if you ask me for what my prediction is going to be for that game that is coming up tomorrow, I think Arsenal will win that game by 2-0. against Tottenham Hotspur. But Arsenal is at home now. How will Tottenham Hotspur do it? They go gas. The only threat wey they get na that Kudus. And if I don't use one person, take hold that Kudus down. Otitan. Look at the way Cucurella hold them down the other time. Anyway, for my expected lineup, I still expect David Raya. We don't know because Arteta did not really specify the numbers of Arsenal boys that are now back, that are now fit, completely fit. He did not specify. We don't even know if Odegaard will be available. But anyway, let us just do a tentative lineup. I think David Raya at goal post, Calafiori at the left-hand side, Piero Hincapié for me, and also William Saliba and Timber. The brother was looking sharp at training for the picture we say we don't see today. At the midfield, I feel like Odegaard will be fit to play that game. I feel like Odegaard and Martins Zubimendi and probably Declan Rice. Of course, that's what is definitely going to be, not just probably. Up front, Victor Gyökeres, Leandro Trossard, and Bukayo Saka. Those are my own lineup. And most time I always get Mikel Arteta lineup. Baba they arranging, they do any kind of experiment. So that's why I will not be expecting Arsenal to come up with any experiment for that game tomorrow, except if the game don't soft, where everywhere don't cool. Now that time he go fit on the replace, because when Bayern Munich was winning the game today, when they were 4-2 up, Vincent Kompany begin to make his substitution too. That is when Mikel Arteta can now start resting his boys. But for me, my prediction for that game is Arsenal to win that game 2-0 against Tottenham tomorrow. The Gunners fans, I beg, tap the like button. It is very, very important. And let me know what your own prediction is going to be for that game that is coming up 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.